Hey YouTube, coming at you with a video where I'm critically analyzing a viewer's battle because they submitted the battles from Hansa F. So thank you for the submission. And it said, the in the comments it said Firefang, Luxray, and Electric Cup, which there is no Firefang. Just I will go over that 1 second. It was fun, but not overwhelmingly powerful. I would appreciate if you could help me improve my gameplay and suggest what should be done better in my matches next time. Thanks. Okay, well, thank you there for this mission. So the first thing first is let's team building. So the team, let me just get this off screen so you can see here. The team is Electrode, Luxray, Lanturn. So when you go to the rankings, you have Luxray appears on this list, but it only appears with hidden power. And I've gone over this in the video. This is an electric cup. So electric is weak to ground. First, let's actually go through what the statistics are for hidden power. So hidden power is a move. For Luxray, you can get your fast move of Snarl, Spark, or hidden power, but hidden power is any single typing. So you can't change it. You're just assigned a typing with Pokemon. So you need to kind of get lucky to get the ground one. They did not get the ground, they got the fire. So when we look at the move stats, 9 damage, 8 energy, 3 turn move. So it is a pretty high it's like an okay damage, decent energy turn, right? Because this is a 3 turn move. So you need to divide the 9 and 8 by 1.5 to get the sort of damage when you're calculating on a damage per second turn. So basically to that, you time these DPT and EPT, because it's by turn, which is 1 turn, by 2. So basically, when you're comparing it to something like Counter, where you want to just compare Counter's moveset, and because Counter is a 2-turn move, so when you go for damage per second and energy per second, just to give you an equal comparison, so Counter is 8 damage for 7 energy, and when we go to Hidden Power, you're getting 6 damage and 5.32 energy, right? So it's not an amazing move. It's kind of an underwhelming move to start with. Why it does okay in this cup is because everything is electric, right? So if your fast move is doing super effective against pretty much everything except for stuff that neutralizes it, which is the grass on Electrode and the grass on Electrode, and there was one more that neutralizes it. The bug on Galvantula. So those neutralize it, which make it only neutral there. But if you're doing super effective on everything else, and its main move is Psychic Fangs, basically you do super effective, you Psychic Fangs to lower their defense, and you just combo that. And that's what makes it so strong. And that's why the Shadow version is higher, because you're basically only doing fast move damage with like a little bit of Psychic Fang damage, and then just comboing the two. And if you look at the record of Shadow Luxray, has a 7-5 record, right? Because you will do super effective against a bunch of these Pokemon, and just Psychic Fang and Hidden Power down for most matchups. And then the ones that neutralize it, right? Who's seen Electrode, Galvantula with their bug and grass typing, you're going to lose to because the power doesn't do that too. The problem with doing the fire typing is you will pick up these two, Galvantula and Electrode, because you'll be doing super effective against them, grass and bug, but at the expense of everything else in this meta. So when you look at the record of 3 and 10, you're going to see, oh yeah, I'm now beating Electrode and Galvantula, but I'm getting killed by everything else. Most importantly, the Lanturn, which is on the majority team. Now, there's an argument to be made saying, well, Electrode and Galvantula are probably on 90% of the teams. Could this potentially make sense just to hunt these two and cover your Lanturn weakness? That's kind of what they did. So from a team building perspective, if you're going to run Hidden Power with Fire to cover everything and then just have 2 answers for Lanturn, a Mirror Match, and Electrode, that's not a bad strategy. I just think that you're giving up a lot of super effective to neutral damage on anything at the expense of 2 Pokemon with that. So that's my thoughts on Hidden Power, Fire, Luxray with that. And I think there's like 5 battles here. So let's go into the battles and see how they play out. So Lanturn against Electrode, this is good. If you've seen my videos early in the season, I said 1 energy ball does not take out, 2 wild charges is the way to go. So they are running a charm. They're running a charm wild chew or Raichu. That was starting to add up, but there's not. You don't really have any other answer, so it's fine throwing there. Good to get that. And this is where you're now gonna struggle a bit, right? You will get the Psychic Fangs just to continue to chip, which is great. But what I expect is a full farm down here from them. Oh, yeah, full farm down. Come up with a bunch of energy. You're low enough now because you waited a little too. Not that you waited too long, because Charm, you don't have an answer for Charm. But now you're basically in hit range of everything else, and now out comes Electro. So you gotta get this here. You can try to. I think you're probably gonna get Thundershock. No, you're double resisting, so you probably could just stand and throw another move. Or potentially catch. Yeah, the problem is with Lanturn, you're just weak to everything, right? But Lanturn is just so powerful with Water Gun in this meta. Double Shield, I think, is the right play here. Because you can Water Gun and Surf combo this. Water Gun is a 1-turn fast move, so there's not much like fast move timing optimization that you need to worry about here. And because I mentioned earlier, Energy Ball only does like 80-ish%, this will not one-shot. So you will live and be able to Water Gun and get another Surf off. Gotta go to Thunderbolt. Problem is they could probably just Water Gun down 2 now. Oh, why wouldn't they shield that? I'm surprised they did not shield. Because now they got to dump and they're not going to have... I think your opponent misplayed this. So it'll be a lesson for both of you. You have... The Electrode goes down. Sorry, I think I jumped back too far. You have a Lanturn coming in here with still like 40% health. They could shield and live this. They can shield. They can shield and farm down. Do you have a move on your other Pokemon? And because they were so loaded with energy, I think they should be able to Water Gun. But maybe I lost track of energy, so maybe they didn't have energy. But you can't. I don't think you can rely on a Pokemon doing resisted Thundershocks in these scenarios to sweep endgame here. So you're surviving with 1 HP, so it's kind of lucky. So this is where it's super effective, right? This is where it looks good. Problem is you still need to shield because Galvantula is super, super attack heavy and you are very glassy. So you need to shield. Now the question is, can you get just farm down? Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think you probably could. So I think throwing here is maybe the right idea. But I'm not positive. You made that switch very quick. So maybe you could have. It is a shadow, right? Okay, so you did. This is a shadow version, which makes sense because shadow is better. So get back on the good alignment lead. You can take any move. Yeah, I think you just let this go. And this is just a hard counter team. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing that you can really... yeah, might as well grab shields. There's no point of letting it... The thing is, their shadow... I think you can probably still live even if it's a Stone Edge. I don't mind shielding. Yeah, I don't mind shielding there because then you can just farm down. Because they are running Rock though, so they're not running like a faster charging move. They're running a harder fast move, and if you took that Stone Edge, they would farm you down, and then they would have like an okay matchup against the Electrode. So I don't mind that farm down. And I know they're worried about the Electrode here, so they're not shielding, but I think they're basically now just in Spark range or Thundershock range. But yeah, one back-to-back. Yeah, so this is just a hard game team. There's not much to really discuss here. That's the problem with this. That's the problem with trying to critically analyze battles in a 5 Pokemon meta. Right? You're going to get hard counters like this, or you're going to get just like hard countered yourself. So we'll see. We'll see the remaining battles here. Electrode against Lanturn. So the third good lead here. They're going to get out. Minim. So Minim doesn't have anything else to throw at you either. So everything's resisted. So you can take these. The thing is, you should still probably maybe throw a run and get out into either Lanturn or Luxray. You don't have to. You can take switch here. Yeah, eventually caught. I think getting out is a smart idea because not if you're just going to catch it. Okay. I guess we will have to stop it there. I don't mind getting out into Luxray there. I mind the shield. I know what you're thinking, like Energy Ball probably, or Grass Knot, whatever the grass move is there, will probably take you out. You either take that resisted move, you either do one of two things. You basically, your time to exit was immediately, you can farm up here. I don't mind the farm up. Your time to exit is like immediately after this, so that you can throw either right now and exit, or you exit right away and then start getting ahead on Hidden Power and Psychic Fangs. All you're doing here is allowing them to charge up to another move. They'll live, and now you're doing even more, and then you catch and you have to shield anyways. So it just seems like you're allowing them to chip you, you're allowing them to farm, and you're allowing them to grab a shield from your Luxray. All now while you have a misaligned timer on the delay where their Lanturn's going to get in and be able to get in and out much quicker than your Electrode's going to be in and out. So I think you either need to make that... I don't mind waiting on the switch because it's Luxray against Minun is not a clean matchup anyways because of how glassy Luxray is and how you're not doing super effective with the hidden powers, right? Because you're only doing neutral now, which makes it trickier. So you either... I don't mind you charging up. I don't mind them charging up. But as soon as they throw that fast charge move, you throw your charge move. You need to get into Luxray if you're going to make that switch. You can't catch and shield. That's kind of the opposite point of switching, right? So get the farm down. But again, you're back in the situation where you're just going to have a Water Gun Lanturn on here. You will have shield energy advantage. So you'll probably grab a couple Psychic Fangs here. They are going to dump to avoid, which I don't mind dumping here. I kind of mind the shield. I know you're trying to, and now they're, oh jeez, this is all over the place. What is happening here? And now they're coming to a super effective, they have a 2 shield advantage, but they know you have the Electrode left. And they don't know what's in the back yet. So I think there's two issues with this match that I don't like. You're already down a shield, and you have such a good matchup with your Electrode on the Lanturn, and yet you still don't know what the back Pokemon is. So, like, risking the second shield here in what is still a bad matchup is very, very risky, because what they should have done, especially that Galvantula absolutely destroys Electrode, what they should have done is, I like them throwing right here to take you out. Once you shield, which I don't agree with the shield, I think you take the alignment on the Electrode, and then you go in Lanturn in the back there, because this is just basically giving them, they play this wrong, because what this is doing is this is just giving them the opportunity to basically unless they know it's but again, I don't like this catch. What they should have done is either take the 2 shield advantage, but if they know it's firepower, like a fire hidden power move, they still could have shielded. They didn't even need to shield. They still have so much energy, health left on the Lanturn. They probably could have survived another Psychic Fangs. No, you're not going to take them down because you have a resisted fire move, and then a 2 shield Galvantula is going to sweep through anything in this meta, especially when your Electrode is one of those Pokemon. So they still would have taken you out. Their Lanturn still would have taken out your Luxray, and then they would have had either decent health with 1 shield advantage with Lanturn and Galvantula, or probably low health Lanturn with 2 shield Galvantula, and that would have swept your team. The fact that you go down 2 shields and then they decide to catch on the Galvantula, lowering their defense, knowing you have a super effective fast move here. Now you can get the psychic fangs off to lower their attack. Now you can get the mirror match water gun lantern, water gun surf combo here. It's just a complete throw of a matchup here. There's no reason for them to do that, and there is no reason for you to double shield there. So even though this is looking like a win in the end, I think next time you do not shield. The catch at the beginning and the double shielding is something that I would not do in this matchup. Again, it doesn't matter once they give up switch. Once they give up switch and take a neutral psychic fangs to lower their defense and then get a super effective hidden power fight there, it's just like this game is over. So, okay. Kind of messy there. Electrode mirror match. So the only problem I'm seeing with this immediately, you should immediately be having red flags. Because there are, I guess you don't need the red flags, but you can guarantee if they have Electrode, you know they have a Lanturn in the back. Which means that your hidden power Luxray is useless already. So you need to at best align it with your Lanturn. So you are going to have to probably fight for switch here, because if you go down, I've got to imagine they're going to get their Lanturn on your Luxray. So there's no real right way to play this mirror match. It's just energy ball, whoever gets it off, whoever wins CMP or gets the defense fall. That's actually very, very nice. Is going to win this. So energy ball. I would go right on. Yeah, I would go right for CMP because their defense is lowered and you don't know who wins yet. So I would go right on CMP. That's smart. You don't need to shield. You'll easily take switch here now. You can shield if you want because it will put you somewhat low. They then give up into Golem. It is a fast move damage rock throw. So this, between the rock throw and rock blast, like they'll chip a lot here, which is what they may want to do. The only problem is if they're running like the double rock line in the back, then you're essentially useless. Or they're running a Lanturn in the back and you're going to get killed because you have a fire hidden power. They're running the double. They're on the double rock line. But I guess they're too low enough that they think that you can just water gun down anyways. They're now just going for the fast move damage down and using the shield. Not a bad idea. You may want to try and catch. Yeah, this is tough. And this is where now your hidden fire is kind of useless, right? You'd be doing double super effective hidden powers with the ground because rock and electric. So that would have just deleted this. But now you're just like too glassy that you just get hit. Like it's not a smackdown, but you're gonna like rock down there. So that's just the moveset. Again, another good lead. They'll get out into something. Galvantula, this is just an easy counter here. Again, you still need to shield up a lunge. I'm thinking that you can actually just farm down. Now seeing how low this cross poison. Ugh, no. Because now they're going to get to a move and now you just CMP'd into a losing matchup. So again, I can't blame you totally for this as someone who, I guess you didn't CMP. Yeah. You do live with 1 HP, so I guess it's not the worst case scenario. If you don't want to take that extra damage, you need to know counts and you need to know CMP. As someone who doesn't know counts and CMP, I cannot I cannot come in there holier than thou and talk about how you didn't do that. But yeah, so if you're gonna be in that scenario, just make sure that you don't. You live there, but it was close that you almost did not live and it would have been taken out there. So we'll get the Psychic Fangs off on this next one here. Get back on alignment. They're staying in. Yeah, I think Energy Ball is the right move here because it's been chipped already. Again, probably won't take it out. They'll live with like a few, but yeah. Oh no, they probably wouldn't have taken it out because these Thunder Shocks are adding up a lot on this Lanturn. They try and catch, Oof, and now you got, of course, with a limited meta, you can't really go your own Lanturn. I think you just double chip with the energy ball. I think you double chip there, force that into the red, and then you can water gun down much easier. Because now what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to double shield 2 energy balls here, because the Surf's not going to take them out. So I think you have to dump that energy ball to either grab a shield or chip it to water gun range. Because now you shielded and you're still going to have to take an energy ball here, which is going to put you super low. They can now come in with shield advantage. If they don't want to, they don't have to, I was supposed to say, they don't have to throw here. I think they probably could have just water gunned you down. Because now you may get to 2 moves here. No, they still get to move. Problem is they're too, you have too much health left. So I don't like your opponent's play, because now you can just double wild charge essentially for the win. Your opponent needs to farm down there, knowing that the Thunderbolt is not going to take it out, and saving your shields for this. Looks like they have, okay, it looks like they have so much energy, so maybe that's why. Maybe they're at 100 energy, so they can just do it. But yeah. So I think I commented on how I would switch that play up a bit. Yeah, the counts and the CMP and stuff like that. Yeah, so that the mid game is kind of where you lost it there. That's why Luxray with Fire Fang, even in good matchups, I think Luxray is overrated in this meta, quite honestly. In good matchups, it still doesn't do enough to truly dominate. And the Fire Fang is just, the fire hidden power is not the right move. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm just giving my thoughts on not that how I would play it out is the right way, right? But just a couple things here and there that I would have fixed up if I were playing this matchup. But I guess that's what people want, right? They want to know, someone who's hit Legend 15 times, how you would play out these matchups and just what you would do differently and what's worked and which didn't work and stuff like that. So again, it's much tougher in this meta when there's just like only like 4 or 5 Pokemon that are in play here. You need to really think about what Pokemon are realistically in the back when there's only like 6 viable Pokemon. So team reading, stuff like that. And then, yeah, just a couple things on like catching and timing and matchups and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for the submission. Keep working. Again, link in the description if you want if you want to submit. And if you're submitting, let me know if you're submitting for like a legend run or a critical analysis like this or whatever, just in like the last section there. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.